Good evening, everyone. Welcome along to the commentary hub here for some championship action today between Nottingham Forest and Huddersfield Town. Got Nicholas Jones standing by, your match commentator for this evening in the commentary box. We're going to be trying to bring you up to date with the other games as well. There's a few games in the championship today, so we'll try and keep you across most of those, if not all of them, as well as the game in League One and also the game in the Premier League between Manchester United and Burnley as well. So we'll try and get through as much of that as we can. If not, of course, I'll bring you all the half times and full times anyway. But there's actually just having a look here just now. Nottingham Forest have only lost 2 of their last 16 games, and flying high at the moment as well, sitting comfortably in 9th position, just a couple of places off Huddersfield, who are in the last playoff place, and obviously a win today, they'd be able to go above their opponents there and go into the playoff places themselves if they are to pick up a win. Huddersfield themselves have looked good of late, though, as well. They picked up a couple of back-to-back 3-2 wins. They beat Blackpool last time out 3-2 and beat Bristol City as well the game before that. Away from home, and even before that they were still in good form. Picked up a few draws against Coventry and Barnsley, and then they lost the game. Well, a couple of games before that, 2 games against Middlesbrough and against QPR as well. But they're also in very good form at the moment. So it should be a real cracking game. This one, it should be real end to end. Plenty of entertainment and drama, no doubt. So hopefully we can bring you plenty of goals, plenty of action, and plenty of talking points. I'm going to quickly run you through the lineups for Manchester United and Burnley as well from the Premier League. So if you just have a look here, we've got David De Gea in goal for Manchester United, Wan-Bissaka, Eric Bailly, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Scott McTominay and Matic are the men in midfield, with Sancho and Greenwood playing off with Cavani and Ronaldo, with Rashford, Lingard, Fred, Varane, Dalot, Henderson, Telles, Van der Beek and Elanga on the bench in that game. Hennessy, Lawson, Tarkowski, me, Taylor, Goodmanson, Westwood, Cork, McNeil, Wood and Lennon is the Burnley side, with Stevens, Collins, Peters, Norris, Bardsley, Vidra and Thomas the side there for Burnley, and we'll keep you up to date with anything that happens there and any goals and talking points, etc. But we've got Nicholas Jones standing by, ready for this one now between Nottingham Forest and Huddersfield Town. So I'm going to bring Nicholas in now, and hopefully he'll have the team lineups there ready to go through for Forest and Huddersfield there, and we can just hand over to Nicholas and he can go through the lineups and then give you the first half coverage as well. So over to you, Nicholas. And first of all, Nottingham Forest, in good form at the moment, aren't they? And what's the side that they've gone with today to try and get another win and continue with the good form that they're in at the moment?
Yes, good evening, Mike. Huddersfield, Nottingham Forest lineup is as follows. It's a 4-2-3-1 formation. Bryce Samba is in goal. Then we have then the back 4 are Spence, Worrell, McKenna, Colback. The next 2 are Ojeda and Garner. Then the front 3, Johnson, Zingernakel and Silva. Lewis Graben is the lone striker.
And so that's the Forest lineup. How were their opponents from Yorkshire lining up this evening?
Huddersfield's lineup is 3-4-2-1 formation. So comparatively different to Forest's. Lee Nichols starts in goal. Then it's the back 3 of Colwill, Pearson and Turton. 4 midfielders, Toffolo, O'Brien, High and Thomas. 2 forwards, Holmes and Sinani, and Danny Ward is the lone striker.
So I was just looking into these 2 lineups a little bit as well, and of course Zingernakel, a real quality player for Nottingham Forest. Also, They've got Ward there, another player that's really good player for Huddersfield as well. Where do you reckon this game might be won and lost today? Because obviously there's Lewis Graben as well. There's Costa Silva. There's players like Sinani, Holmes, Toffolo. Even the goalkeepers potentially. Where do you reckon it could be won and lost today?
Where do I reckon it could be won or lost? Like you say, both Nottingham Forest and Huddersfield not too far apart in the Championship, but Forest might have the home advantage.
Okay, and of course they've have advantage because they won last time out against Huddersfield away from home as well, and it was Lewis Graben on the score sheet that day, and also an own goal from Nichols as well. So if there's any advantage in that, then potentially they could have that little bit of an advantage there, having already beaten Huddersfield. They won that in September. So do you reckon that will play a part, or do you think it's a different game, different day? It's anyone's. Anything else is basically been and gone sort of thing.
Could be different times now because could be different times now because if I remember at the start of the season, both clubs were struggling. So, but now that they've sort of gone up the ranks, and as I can see now, they're starting to come out onto the field. We'll see if their form. We'll see if their forms have improved over the past few months because of sort of where they are now. Whether they'll be able to challenge for promotion or not remains to be seen. But Baron, given that both clubs have had Premier League experience, of course, Huddersfield have only been in it recently. Forest haven't been in the league for a long time. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of form they'll take into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was plenty of Forest fans, I think it was last season, that were sort of saying, they wanted a lot more from their team, and that they've certainly seen it so far this season. Obviously, we're entering a new year in the next few days, and the start of the transfer window and things like that, and maybe that could play a part in, these sides actually pushing on and getting into the promotion places now, the playoffs, or even going from the playoffs to automatic, something like that, depending on what business they do in the next few days. But we'll hand over to you now, ready for the first half coverage, and I'll let you talk us through the action.
Thanks, Mike. A clash between two clubs vying for promotion. That's our close to promotion right now. As I mentioned, going through the Nottingham Forest and Huddersfield lineups. Quickly mentioned that Lewis Graben is the captain of Nottingham Forest, and his Huddersfield counterpart is Lewis O'Brien. Got to watch out for Danny Ward and also Lewis Graben. He's really good on his day when he needs to be. Has bags of EFL experience. Danny Ward is no slouch either. And so it'll be interesting to see how each of these clubs will do this evening. Lewis Graben has scored 9 against Huddersfield, and that is his most career goals scored against any club in the Championship. And Nottingham Forest getting into a huddle to discuss what tactics they're going to use throughout the game. And they break away just now, and Danny Ward, Huddersfield's top scorer this season, with 7 throughout this season. And this game will be taking place at the City Ground, of course, and the players take the knee in solidarity for the stand of the fight against racism. Huddersfield remain standing. It was mainly the Nottingham Forest players that took the knee, and it'll be Forest to kick off, and they'll be kicking from right to left, and away we go for the start of this championship tie at the City Ground, and it's Huddersfield straight away, and a superb opening shot by, I think that might have been Dwayne Holmes, Dwayne Holmes might have gotten the start on that one. Looked like it was, and it only just clipped the bar there. Superb run by Holmes. And just straight in there. So unlucky not to score so early on in the match. Headed by Ward. And it's now gone to Worrell, who quickly defends for Forest. The ball's rolled out by Bryce Samba. It was actually Sorba Thomas. I do apologise. Scored 3-2 in a match against Blackpool recently. Ojeda for Forest. Ojeda tries to find Graben, but was quickly cut out by the Huddersfield defenders. A minute and a half in, Forest 0, Huddersfield 0. And it's now with James Garner, the youngster on loan from Manchester United. And already we have a throw. Forgot to mention that Huddersfield are wearing a strikingly purple with blue stripe as their away kit. And the throw-in has been taken by the Terriers. Straight to Sinani. Now it's gone back to Forest, but Sinani picks the ball up again. He finds, I think that might have been O'Brien. Garner quickly takes the ball back. Garner again, one of the Nottingham Forest players down. Couldn't see who it was. In fact, it was Zinka Nagel. Still 0-0 between Forest and Huddersfield. Nice, quickly headed by Huddersfield, and it was almost sent straight to Lee Nichols, who clears it. It was Lee Nichols who cleared it. Still nothing to choose between these two right at this moment in time. Colwill passes to Harry Toffolo. Toffolo crosses the ball up the field towards O'Brien. O'Brien passes back towards Toffolo. Now it's with Dwayne Johnson. Toffolo. O'Brien. Huddersfield came very close to scoring not too long ago and almost quickly taken away by Toffolo, though cut out by one of the Forest defenders. That was Dejed Spence. Dejed Spence recently returned to the side from injury. And a corner has been given to Huddersfield. They have scored a total of 8 corners. They've scored a total of 8 goals from corners. And it will be the Welshman, Sorba Thomas, to take the corner kick, which he does. Thomas, but cleared away by the Forest defenders. And now it's back with Harry Toffolo. Toffolo crosses, but quickly taken up by Forest, and now the ball almost sent forward to Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson almost had it, but couldn't quite get to it in time. Throwing given to Huddersfield. Toffolo to take the throw. Throw-in taken by Toffolo, headed by Forest. Quickly, nicely chested by Huddersfield. One of the players goes down. You're listening to the Commentary Hub, and you can hear us also on the Commentary Hub to Storm FM, JDAC Football, JB Sports. You can also hear us on Twitter, Commentary Live 1. And also on Twitch, as well as Danny Ward now has the ball for Huddersfield, almost picked up by and was only passed to Toffolo, but couldn't quite get to it. And it's now Forest in there, and Bristol City have a goal or are a goal up against QPR, courtesy of Alex Scott. Something this game is lacking at the moment. Ward towards Toffolo. It looked like Forest were on the attack momentarily, but it's now back with Huddersfield. Holmes to Sinani. Now gone with Worrell. Worrell passes to the keeper, Bryce Samba. Samba now with the ball. Which of the defenders is he going to pass it to? He crosses, and it's now with I think that might have been Brennan Johnson. Jed Spence passes to Worrell. Worrell does a long pass to Scott McKenna, but misses, and that will result in another throw. Almost 6 minutes, 45 seconds in. Still Forest 0, Huddersfield 0. Carlos Corberan giving his instructions from the touchline. Should be pretty pleased with how his side are doing right now. So close behind Nottingham Forest in the race for promotion. Johnson, but quickly taken off by Harry Toffolo. Sinani, and it's now with Thomas. Sorba Thomas tries to find Holmes, but Worrell gets to the ball quicker. Worrell now passes towards one of the other defenders. Now it's gone back towards Samba. Dejed Spence, and O'Brien has been fouled by Spence. That did look pretty nasty in my view. It'll be what will the referee think? Danny Ward comes over to assess the situation. It'll be interesting. I hope that O'Brien is okay. Carlos Corberan walks up and down the touchline looking concerned. He's talking to the physio right now just to see what just to ask if there's any problem. I haven't seen much of it, but a free kick has been given to Huddersfield. Not surprising, given that challenge was pretty serious. And it looks like it will be Daniel Sinani to take the free kick. Raises his hand to signal that he's ready. In fact, he sells a dummy, and it's Thomas who takes the free kick. But that was too far back, in my view, to have had a chance to score. Don't forget, he did have a go at goal so early on in the game. What a shot that would have been. Holmes tried to get to the ball, but Spence deflected it just in time. So that will mean another throw in, and it will be Forest who will take the throw in this time. Jed Spence signals that he's ready. He throws the ball, but it's a poor giveaway by Forest, and it's given it to Huddersfield. Ward tries to go for it, but Worrell saved it, and it's now in Forest's hands, courtesy of Zinkernagel. Zinkernagel, Holmes tried to find it, but was fouled. And we are almost coming up to the 10th minute in this game as I speak. Score still remains Forest 0, Huddersfield 0. Colwell with the ball. He passes to I think that's Pearson. but it's been taken away by Garner. It's now Holmes. Holmes for Huddersfield. The Terriers have been in more attacking form throughout the past couple of minutes, so I'd have to say it's them that are on top right now. But Forest doing really well to hold them off. Nottingham Forest, of course, a club with a long history, but history has been a bit thin on the ground for the club in recent seasons, and that's putting it mildly. As Toffolo picks up the ball for Huddersfield, and he passes to his keeper Lee Nichols, and out goes the ball for a throw-in. Huddersfield, as I mentioned a short while ago, recently in the Premier League as far back as the late 2010s. Worrell passes to, I think that might have been McKenna. Yes, it was McKenna. McKenna passes towards Samba. McKenna towards Garner. James Garner passes to Spence. Spence does a long pass upfield, tries to find Graben, but I think Cole will manage to get to it. But I think Cole will manage to hold him off. And the scoreline still remains Forest 0, Huddersfield 0. As of yet, no other goals have come in so far from the Championship. Looks like a couple of substitutes there. Might be getting ready to come onto the pitch. I did see one of them looking likely he was getting ready. Toffolo towards Holmes. Dwayne Holmes with the ball. He crosses and tries to find O'Brien. I'm glad to see that he is all right after that foul. Sinani had the ball, which was passed to him by Ward, but Colback did well to slide tackle it away from him. Sinani to O'Brien. Now it's Sinani again. Sinani, poor giveaway there to Forest. Spence, he's running up the field now, but tackled by Dwayne Holmes. I think he pulled his shirt. I believe he did, and the referee has given him a yellow card. Hardly surprising, given what he did. Yes, he not only just pulled him on a shirt, I think he tugged his arm there. So, quite rightly, a yellow card in my view. His 4th this season. McKenna to Ojeda. Ojeda passes to the keeper. Samba. Now it's back with McKenna. Zinkernagel passes to I think that was Colback. Now it's Zinkernagel again. Colback towards I think that might have been that was Xander Silva who passed to Graben, but Graben couldn't convert anything, and the game still remains goalless. Zinkernagel took the ball into the 18-yard box. Silva, a bit of scrappy defending by Huddersfield, but effective nonetheless. Graben just couldn't get to the ball in time, and Danny Ward now talking to the staff, but he has been substituted, and Jordan Rhodes, the number 9 player, comes on as a substitute. And Rhodes picks up the ball, but cleared away by McKenna. And a goal in League One. Sunderland have opened their account against Sheffield Wednesday. The goal scored by Ross Stewart. Jed Spence. Spence passes to Worrell. It's now gone to one of the midfield defenders. Now it's back with Garner. Garner to Zinkernagel. Zinkernagel passes back towards Worrell. Worrell does a cross, but headed away by Sorba Thomas. And we expected Danny Ward to feature for much of the game, but he's being led off. That didn't last very long, did it? Zinkernagel to grab to Silva. Forrest still in play. Jed Spence. Spence passes towards. I think that might have been Johnson. Now it's back with Spence. Now Huddersfield. Holmes. Rhodes. Colwill. Now it's been taken up by. I think that might have been O'Brien. Now it's Zinkernagel. Zinkernagel goes for a long shot, but saved by Lee Nichols. And Derby have taken the lead away to Stoke City. Luke Plange with the opening score. Lovely shot towards goal by Zinkernagel, but saved by Nichols. And now Jordan Rhodes has the ball for Huddersfield, but taken off by Worrell. Throw in to be given to Huddersfield Town. After 17 and a half minutes, still Nottingham Forest 0, Huddersfield Town 0. O'Brien to Holmes. And it's now with Scott High. Turton passed to Thomas, but tackled by Forrest. Worrell towards Spence. Garner. Garner now towards Zinkernagel. Now back to Garner. Garner towards Zinkernagel again. Zinkernagel to Garner. Now Worrell towards McKenna. McKenna now passes to I think that was Colback, and Silva almost had the ball, but I think he was tackled up. But I think the ball was tackled off by Turton. Now Sinani, High, and was taken by Rhodes. Now Forrest have the ball. Spence. What can he do? He's looking to pass it towards Zinkernagel, but instead does a side pass to Garner, who is eventually fouled. Couldn't see who fouled him. It might have been O'Brien. Referee's coming over to have a word. Yes, indeed, it was O'Brien. Just shoved him down, just gave him a shove, and that was all he needed to do to get him down to the ground. Or did he collide with his shoulder? I think he did. No card given, but a free kick to Nottingham Forest. And it'll be Garner who will take the free kick. Everyone getting into position. Sinani and Ward standing on the white line to block Garner's attempt. Free kick signals given, and Garner goes for it, but saves by Lee Nichols. I think in the past couple of minutes, Forest look as though they might be starting to turn the tide a bit here. Here's Pearson. He passes to, I think that might have been High. Now it's Worrell. Worrell towards Silva. Sunday Silva tries to find somewhere to go. Tried to do a pass towards Johnson, who very nearly headed it in. But they could do nothing to break through. But they could do nothing to break through the Huddersfield goal. Poorly timed tackle and the missed header by Johnson still ensures that the scoreline is still 0-0 after just over 21 minutes. You're listening to the Commentary Hub, and you can hear us on the Commentary Hub 2, JDAC Football, JB Sports, Storm FM, on Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and you can also hear us on Twitch. Sunday Silva, his first start for Forest this season. Pearson. High passes to, I think that might have been, but Colback quickly intervened. Huddersfield still looking for a chance, but Forest doing well to hold, but Forest doing very well to hold that one off. Other goals may still be flying in throughout the championship tonight, but this game still remains stalemate at 0-0. Colwill. Colwill is looking for someone to pass it to. Does so to O'Brien. O'Brien has the ball, but good tackle by Johnson. Brennan Johnson passes to Lewis Graben, but well tackled by Levi Colwill, who passes to Dwayne Holmes. Holmes now towards Toffolo, and it's now O'Brien, Rhodes, Jordan Rhodes for Huddersfield. Rhodes passes to O'Brien. O'Brien goes for goal, but over the crossbar. In my view, I think he aimed from too far back. Should have gotten a bit closer, in my view. And Carlos Corberan is getting ever more passionate about this. Forest with 59% possession compared to Huddersfield's 41%. 5 shots on target. 5 shots for Forest, 2 for Huddersfield. "24 minutes in, Nottingham Forest 0, Huddersfield Town 0. Dwayne Holmes, but a free kick has been given to Huddersfield, and it'll be Sinani to take the free kick. Daniel Sinani from Luxembourg. The Terriers just need to find that last bit of killer instinct just to break through the goal, and the free kick did not go well. And as things stand, with QPR losing and Forest drawing, the Tricky Trees will be in 7th position, and that is very close to. And that is very close to the promotion playoff spots. Pearson, but taken away by Forest. That might have been Silva. Colwill. McKenna now towards Silva. McKenna tried to pick the ball up, but out it goes for a throw. Ollie Turton will take the throw for Huddersfield. The Terriers haven't shown that much bite throughout this game, although they have done so a few times. Just need to show it a bit more often, as Forest have taken possession of the ball. Here's Garner, James Garner, with the ball for Forest. Talented young man, in my view. Jed Spence passes to. He passed to. I think that might have been Zinkernagel, but it's now back with Spence. Spence doing very well to control the ball and defend. From Huddersfield, he now passes to Worrell. Worrell does the long cross and finds Sunday Silva. Sunday Silva tries to go around the Huddersfield defence, couldn't quite do it. And Sunderland currently leading their game. If things stay as they are, they will be top of League One, overtaking Rotherham United. So tonight could well be a night of change across the EFL. Colwill had the ball briefly, but a Forest player has been given a yellow card for a challenge I did not see. It was on Ollie Turton. I think that might have been Zinkernagel. We'll just have to see. No, it was in fact, it was Joe Worrell who fouled him. Joe Worrell has featured a couple of times. That is his 6th yellow card this season. And the latest, and what I'm also seeing the latest in the Championship, Bournemouth have gone 1-0 up against Cardiff City. And a throw-in has been given to Huddersfield, and it'll be Toffolo who will take the throw. Toffolo throws towards Scott High. High now tries to find Rhodes, but nothing doing as Forest have the ball. Silva had it momentarily, and it's now with Sinani. Now Turton. Sorba Thomas towards Turton, and it's now Jordan Rhodes. Jordan Rhodes, well defended by Worrell. Yes, that slightly makes up for the yellow card, and Sir Alex Ferguson is in the stands for Manchester United tonight on the eve of his 80th birthday. And we at the Commentary Hub wish him a very happy 80th birthday and many happy returns, as Holmes passes to Pearson. And in fact, a goal has been given to Huddersfield. It's Dwayne Holmes. Toffolo picks him up in an embrace. Superb work by Huddersfield. Holmes just picks up the ball when he needed to and just gone straight through Bryce Samber's legs. Samba should have been more wary in my view, but clearly he wasn't. And as it stands, Huddersfield. And 1-0 up. This was the early attempt. This was earlier attempts on goal by James Garner, but nothing comes of it. And Huddersfield, they aren't going to rest on their laurels. They're hungry for more. Just over 31 minutes in. And it's now gone towards Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson for Forest. Headed away by, I think that might have been Toffolo. Johnson tried to find an opening, but Toffolo did really well to head it out. And it's a corner to Nottingham Forest. Could that play into their hands? Brennan Johnson to take the corner, and apologies for the short silence a little while ago. We had a bit of technical difficulties, but we've managed to sort those out now. Johnson to take the corner. He passes to Zinkernagel, and now it's with Zinkernagel again. That was Garner briefly, and it's now with Joe Worrell, and Worrell just can't break through. And the Bournemouth goal, I'm being told, was scored by Ryan Christie, leading 1-0 against Cardiff. And they will extend, and should things stay as they are, they will extend their lead at the top to 4 points with Fulham. Although Fulham have 2 games in hand. Still in Huddersfield possession, just going for Jordan Rose, but picked up by Worrell. Samba passes to Jad Spence. Headed by Toffolo, and it's now with O'Neill, the Huddersfield captain. No, sorry, O'Brien. Look, O'Brien fouled just outside the goal area, but play still goes on. Zinkernagel had the ball briefly, but sent out by Toffolo for a throw. And O'Brien clearly aerated about something. I think it was because Garner fouled him. The referee trying to calm him down, but nothing given. Jed Spence crosses to Colwill. Now it's with O'Brien. Now Rhodes. Rhodes again. That was High momentarily. Scott High for Huddersfield. High passes to Colwill. Now it's back to O'Brien. And it is, and I'm just being here, and I'm just hearing that there's a chance for Burnley. Just hearing there's a chance for Burnley, but Huddersfield still remaining, still looks like they're in command, and O'Brien has been fouled yet again. And Mike's got some news on Burnley. Mike, what's going on?
Yeah, Burnley have just had 2 very good chances. In fact, it's Chris Wood with both chances. The first one, a header from a Matt Lowton cross, and then just now, Aaron Lennon got Chris Wood away, and Chris Wood was able to direct his shot away off target in the end, past David De Gea. But just the wrong side of the goal. So Burnley have started this game quite brightly, and so far, unfortunate maybe not to be ahead because they've had the two best chances after the first 5 minutes or so.
All right, thanks, Mike. Free kick to Huddersfield to be taken by Sinani, which he has. But well defended by Nottingham Forest. It seems as though Forest have wised up to Huddersfield's attack, but the Terriers aren't done yet. Throw in to be given to Huddersfield, and Johnson Holmes takes the throw, and Holmes straight into the goal area. And Sinani has a chance at goal but misses, and Manchester United have had a couple of chances. Mike.
Yeah, it was Cristiano Ronaldo. He was just put through by Luke Shaw just a minute ago when Ronaldo, for all the world-class talent that he's got, wasn't able to get his effort on target. And it was a very, good position from the Manchester United man as well. It looked like he was, going to be favourites to score. Didn't trouble the Burnley goalkeeper, and it still remains 0-0. But so far in the opening 7 minutes or so, we've had chances for both sides.
Thanks very much. We'll keep you updated with Burnley, Manchester United when we can. It's now McKenna for Forest. Jack Cole back to McKenna. McKenna! Whatever he was thinking, I wouldn't have seen that as a goal, as goal bound anyway. But Spence now with the ball towards Brennan Johnson. Johnson went for it, but Lee Nichols did well to keep it out. Throw in to Forest, and it's now Worrell. Worrell passes to McKenna. McKenna to Colback, and now Silva. Silva back to Colback. Silva again. Silva, he is not letting that ball go. He passes to Lewis Graben. Graben passes back towards Colback. Cleared out by Harry Toffolo. And it's now James, and it's now with Ojeda. Ojeda now, and Graben almost put it in. But Nichols kept it out. That would have been the equaliser for Forest. Didn't quite see it fully, but here's what happened. It was Zinkernagel who came close. It was Zinkernagel who had the who came up with a chance to score, and a goal has come in, and a goal has just gone in for Manchester United. Mike.
Yeah, and it's Scott McTominay, the Scotsman, on the edge of the box, just places it past the Burnley keeper there, and we've had a fantastic 8 minutes or so. It was Manchester United, Mason Greenwood involved there, Cristiano Ronaldo as well, just let the ball roll through to Scott McTominay on the edge of the area. He just places it into the corner. Man U 1, Burnley 0.
So Manchester United leading 1-0 against Burnley. Still Huddersfield lead Nottingham Forest by 1-0. Steve Cooper wondering what to make of the situation. Carlos Corberán being a bit more animated, geeing his players on. He's obviously been encouraged by their opening goal, and he wants more from them. Does Carlos Corberán? But a goal kick. In fact, a throw-in has been given to Forest for something which I did not see, and it will be Colback to take the throw, which he does, aims for Zinkernagel, but it's now gone to Silva, I think. Now to Jed Spence. Jed Spence now with the ball with 5 minutes to go. Johnson. Now it's with Huddersfield again to O'Brien. Headed for Rhodes, but cleared away by Forest, although Huddersfield have taken the ball back, and it's now Dwayne Holmes. Holmes now with the ball for Huddersfield, he passes to Pearson, and it's now with Ollie Turton. But Sorba Thomas now back to Pearson. Pearson passes to Colwill. Colwill goes for a long cross, aiming to find Thomas, but no way was he going to get to the ball, and Jack Colback wasn't going to get to the ball either. A little bit of a wasted opportunity there for Huddersfield. Ball cleared out by Bryce Samba, and it's now with O'Brien, and Zinkernagel has gone down. Zinkernagel, who has shown promise throughout this game, but he was fouled. I couldn't see by whom. Steve Cooper looks like he doesn't know what to make of the situation, and Sunderland go 2-0 up. Ross Stewart with his second. The Black Cats clip. And if the Black Cats win, they will clearly be on top of League One. Spence towards Worrell. Samba towards McKenna. Now it's Johnson towards Zinkernagel. Spence. Spence passes to Johnson. Brennan Johnson goes for a cross towards goal. Nothing comes of it, though. Still Forest 0, Huddersfield 1. And a corner has been given yet again to Forest. They haven't been able to convert their corners into anything goal-bound. So a corner to Forest. It will be Garner to take the corner. Garner kicks the ball into the goal area, but well defended by Huddersfield. And it's now with Jed Spence. Spence to Johnson. Jordan Rhodes is breathing down Johnson's neck. Johnson passes to Garner. Garner now back towards Spence. Spence does very well to hold on to the ball. He tries to find a way through, but the Huddersfield defence do very well to hold him off. I think that might have been Scott High and Matty Pearson defending the Huddersfield goal area, but a corner has been given once again to Forest. And it will be Colback who will take the corner for the Triggy Trees, which he does. Headed by Colwill, and it's now gone straight towards James Garner. Garner to Johnson, now back towards Garner. And Garner just couldn't hang on to the ball. Throw-in taken now towards Spence, back towards Garner. Garner to Zinkernagel. Zinkernagel! And has found Silva, and that was almost goal-bound, but kept out by Nichols and a couple of Terriers defenders. Sorba Thomas with the ball, tries to find Rhodes, but Forest are there before he is. Worrell towards Garner. Garner took straight to Zinkernagel and across. I think that might have been by Rhodes, but quickly picked up by Samba. Lee Nichols now trying to direct operations at the Huddersfield squad. Great save just now, but it looks like Forest aren't done yet. Spence now with the ball. Spence crosses towards, I think that was Colback. And we're into the 45th minute, and a minute has been added on. Forest looked like they were the strongest side throughout from the start of the game, but Huddersfield have been have been becoming their sort of equal to them, and that opening goal by Dwayne Holmes have slightly edged them ahead, although Forest aren't giving up by any stretch of the imagination, and Huddersfield are proving a really strong opponent as well. A free kick has been given to the Terriers. We're almost running out of time. Kick taken by Colwill, and it's going to go out of play for a Forest goal kick. And there goes the whistle to signal the end of the first half. Forest started off strongly, and also so did Huddersfield, but that opening goal could make all the difference as we go into the second half. And the half-time score at the City Grounds, it is Nottingham Forest 0, Huddersfield Town 1. Back to you, Mike. We don't seem to see. Mike doesn't seem to be responding right at the moment, but we're going to take a bit of a break, but we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
So we're now back for the half-time here on the commentary hub. Just apologies about a slight delay there as well. I think we had a bit of a technical issue there for a moment. But Nicholas is now off to have his half-time cup of tea and his half-time beverage to get himself ready for the second half. Great coverage of the first half as well, as Huddersfield are leading Nottingham Forest by 1-0, thanks to Holmes there on the half-an-hour mark. In the other games, it's Bristol City 1, QPR 0. In fact, it's Bristol City 1, QPR 1 now, with Charlie Austin scoring from the penalty spot on the stroke of half-time. So that's at a half-time now as well. Also, Bournemouth 1, Cardiff 0. Goal scored by Christie, as was mentioned earlier. There's been a red card in that one as well now for Leandro Bacuna of Cardiff. He's just been sent off. Bit of a feisty few minutes as well. Dominic Solanke saw yellow, as did Curtis Nelson as well after that. So lots of feisty tackles going in there. Obviously, this game is Nottingham Forest 0, Huddersfield 1, as Nicholas has fantastically brought in that first half there, as Manchester United just go close to a second through Luke Shaw. But still 1-0 in that one as well in the Premier League, as of Scott McTominay's goal. Also still Stoke 0, Derby 1 in the Premier League. In League 1, It's now Sunderland 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0, and the third goal was scored by Callum Doyle there to add to the brace by Ross Stewart. So Sunderland are flying high at the moment as well, and going top of the League One as it stands there, overtaking Rotherham, although Rotherham will have a game in hand, of course, as well. QPR, as I mentioned, just went and equalised on the stroke of half-time through Charlie Austin's penalty, but at the moment, it's about 20 minutes in. Manchester United 1, Burnley 0, and Manchester United in possession with Cavani, just given away though, and up into the air. Luke Shaw's got it here for United, now with Jadon Sancho as well, and back with Luke Shaw, and now Nemanja Matic trying to switch it out to Cristiano Ronaldo. In fact, it's Mason Greenwood, and now Wan-Bissaka for Manchester United. Now it's Scott McTominay's involved. It's now given away to Wood, and Burnley are going to try and get the ball moving forward. And it's now with, is that McNeil, was it? Let's have a look there. I think it might be McNeil. Just come back to the defender though, of Tarkowski and me, just playing it around at the back with each other. Still an opportunity here for Burnley to get it forward. It's now with the number 18, which is Westwood, playing the ball into the defence there, and then the ball is cleared long, but only as far as Wan-Bissaka down the Manchester United half, and now Nemanja Matic is given away there to the Burnley man, which I think was on the left-hand side, so that would be, I'm not too sure who that was actually in possession there. I think it was Goodmanson, in fact. Just got caught by Matic there. So a dangerous free kick here for Burnley now to get the big guns up from the back. Tarkowski and me, of course, will go up, and they're also going to have Wood to aim at as well. Set piece here for Burnley now, try and get this equalising goal. About halfway through the first half. And David De Gea there, just trying to organise his defence. There were 6 changes, incidentally, for this Manchester United side from Monday's draw with Newcastle as well, including most of the back line, apart from Harry Maguire. He's the only one that stayed in. That was up into the air by Tarkowski, and it's tidied up well by Manchester United in the end. And now it's with Taylor, and Taylor plays it out to McNeil. McNeil gets a cross in. Harry Maguire wins the header. Now it's whipped in there by Goodmanson. And now it's only as far as the Burnley man on the edge of the area though. Just plays it out to Goodmanson again. And now it's with Goodmanson once more now. I think he got it from the 18 Westwood. Burnley just playing it around now. Now over on this other side, Aaron Lennon is going to open up for a shot. In fact, it's a cross, and it's a poor cross and goes behind for a Manchester United goal kick. So we're just going to have a little bit of commentary on this one, whilst the other game between Nottingham Forest and Huddersfield is at half-time for you. But yeah, you're listening to Commentary Hub 2, JB Sports, JDAP Football, Storm FM, and then the Commentary Hub on Twitter and Twitch as well. Of course, I covered Manchester United's 1-1 draw with Newcastle, in fact, on Monday, and a very lacklustre point for them it sort of was as well. Newcastle were certainly much the better of the side for the majority of that game, in fact. Manchester United now just trying to keep possession. It's now with Ronaldo, though. Cristiano Ronaldo into the goal scorer, McTominay, and now Jadon Sancho. Edinson Cavani scored Manchester United's goal on Monday. Now Jadon Sancho, now McTominay. Out to Mason Greenwood there. Mason Greenwood gets a cross in from Man United and tidied up well by Ben Mee and put behind for a corner. Manchester United looking to add their second of the game now from this set piece here. Burnley getting everyone back. Got a couple of men on the posts. It's going to be Luke Shaw to take this corner. Luke Shaw whips it in, and he's going to try and aim for the head of Maguire, and it's come out as far as Cavani, and well defended. Now it's Eric Bailly though, and he's going to scuff one, but here's Cavani still. Now Luke Shaw Now Nemanja Matic into Cavani. It's well defended in the end by Burnley, and Wayne Hennessy is able just to fall on top of it and claim that. Still 1-0 to Manchester United against Burnley in this one. And in the featured game, which we will go back to when Nicholas is ready for the second half, it's Huddersfield beating Forest at the City ground. There's a corner here for Burnley now. Come off of Eric Bailly that time. McNeil was over it. Of course, as things stand, Huddersfield will still remain in the Championship playoff places as well. Bournemouth will be top of the Championship. 4 points and 3-0 winners at the moment. Taken there by Goodmanson, and it's McNeil in fact, and he got his cross all wrong the second time. Got the ball back and then couldn't direct that one onto a Burnley head and just went past everyone and out of play for a goal kick to Manchester United. "26 minutes played in this game as the Burnley chairman's in attendance as well, alongside some relatives and other board members there. Burnley have it now with Hennessy, the goalkeeper. Hooks it clear only as far as Wan-Bissaka, though. He loses his header, and it's now with Aaron Lennon. In fact, he leaves it for Nemanja Matic, and now Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw to Jadon Sancho. Back to Luke Shaw again. Going to try and get a delivery in. It's well defended there by Tarkowski, but Luke Shaw wins it back, though. Got Jadon Sancho on the overlap, and he wants to use him. Jadon Sancho's into the area. Jadon Sancho scores for Manchester United. The Englishman has doubled Manchester United's lead now. And Jadon Sancho gets a rare start today, and he marks it with a goal. He was, of course, one of the substitutes that were used on Monday and made a bit of an impact and kind of changed the game a little bit. But in regards to today's game, Jadon Sancho has just doubled Manchester United's lead there now. Of course, they went 1-0 up through Scott McTominay, and then just there was a little bit poor defending in the end, really, from Burnley. A little bit of sixes and sevens, and Luke Shaw finds Sancho. Sancho just cuts inside Tarkowski there, and it's an easy finish for the England international. Comes past Ben Mee as well, and also past the goalkeeper, Wayne Hennessy, who got down and couldn't get a hand on it or anything like that. And the ball just nestles in the corner, and Manchester United are now 2 goals to the good against Burnley. Looking there, Ben Mee thinking he might have been able to do a little bit better, but nonetheless, it's a goal for Manchester United, and we're back underway now at 2-0 to the Red Devils. In fact, it's gone down as a Ben Mee own goal as well. So maybe he took I'm not too sure how much he actually took a deflection off the Burnley centre back there, but it looked like there was enough to give it as an own goal. So he's suffered the unfortunate sort of fate there of putting past his own keeper in the end. So that's taken away from Jadon Sancho now and given us a Ben Mee own goal. But still 2-0 to Manchester United though, either way. 28 minutes played, still Burnley trying to get the ball forward to Wood though, and he's won the header, and now it's out with Goodmanson is that, and now Aaron Lennon looking to get one back almost straight away, and it's a decent cross in the end, looking for the number 11, which is McNeil, and there's an offside flag in there anyway, although Luke Shaw did his bit to defend, and it's going to be a free kick to Man United nonetheless. And we'll be back with Nicholas for the main game very, very soon. Huddersfield leading at Nottingham Forest. We'll have second half coverage of that one in from a few minutes' time. Half time in all of the other games now as well. Bournemouth leading, Bristol City 1, QPR 1 as well. Derby leading at Stoke, and Sunderland convincingly winning against Sheffield Wednesday. And now it's Scott McTominay for Manchester United trying to add a third here. Puts it through to Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo opens up his body to have a shot there. Takes a deflection and goes behind for a corner. Cristiano Ronaldo got the assist for the first goal, by the way. He has been involved already today. Scott McTominay is looking quite sprightly for Manchester United as well, the Scotsman. A win, of course, will see Manchester United move up to 6th, just ahead of Tottenham, and just be level on points with West Ham, and only 4 points behind 4th place Arsenal. In fact, the goal difference is why Manchester United are in 6th. Only 5 goals difference that they need to get a 5-goal swing. So to score a few more in this one, then they could potentially go up to 5th place today. But still 2-0 at the minute. Half an hour played. Burnley, of course, suffering at the wrong end of the table, still in the relegation zone in 18th. Just ahead of Newcastle and Norwich, of course. Just Watford are the side for them to catch. And Harry Maguire does well there for Manchester United to get the ball clear. The players are back out, so we'll hand you back over to Nicholas now in the main game. It's still 2-0 with this one, and I'll come back and do a bit more coverage of this one a bit later on when Nicholas finishes. But over to Nicholas for the main game again now. Manchester United 2, Burnley 0 in this one. And Huddersfield have just got us underway, leading 1-0 against Forest. So back to you, Nicholas. Let's see how the second half pans out.
Thanks very much, Mike. We're back underway at the City grounds, and Huddersfield need to press on further their advantage if they are to get more goals out of this. As I said at the start, it looked like it would be a tight one between the two of them as they vie for the playoff positions. Doing a lot better than they were at the start of the season. Here's Scott High for Huddersfield, and it's now gone to Ollie Turton. Turton passes to Matty Pearson. Pearson passes towards Levi Colwill. Huddersfield now going from left to right. Nottingham Forest right to left. Samba picks up the ball for Forest. He composes himself, wondering who to cross it forward to, and in fact it's just a long shot at the field, but couldn't find anybody apart from Jed Spence, who in fact picks it up for a throw-in. Throw-in has been given to to Forest, and it'll be Spence to take the throw in again, which he does towards Worrell. Now back towards Samba. Spence. Now Zinkernagel. Zinkernagel with the ball for Forest. Does very well to go through the defence, but can't break through. But can't get through to goal. He came close a couple of times in the first half. Don't forget, but he did so well at going through the defenders. But I think he should have taken his. I think he should have taken his shot at goal a bit sooner. That way, Nichols wouldn't have had the chance to save it. But whatever the case, it does nothing to alter the score, and Huddersfield still lead Forest by 1-0. Holmes now towards High. Scott High with the ball, passes to Colwill. Colwill tries to cross upfield towards Rhodes, but Forest are quick to intercept that one. Over 48 minutes gone. Forest 0, Huddersfield 1. Philip Zinkernagel has had the most shots on goal for Forest. Sande Silva 3 and Garner with 2. And I'm just hearing that Dyche is complaining about a potential penalty not given for a pull back on Wood by Maguire. Mike, tell us more.
Yes, well, even more than that, if Sean Dyche was unhappy just a minute ago, he's going to be unhappy now because it's 3-0 to Manchester United as you come to me. It's a great effort off the underside of the bar in the end. I think it was Scott McTominay, and then Cristiano Ronaldo just puts in the third there for Manchester United. But just before that, it looked like Sean Dyche was having a complaint, a bit of a moan with the officials there, as it looked like there was a potential shove on Chris Wood by Harry Maguire. And as I was saying, if Sean Dyche was unhappy with the decision, he's going to be unhappy with his defending for this one. And some of the play here from Burnley. It was a great save actually from Hennessy, who just parries it onto the bar, and then Ronaldo just easily just follows it through, unmarked, nobody anywhere near him, and puts it in for 3-0. Manchester United 3-0 up, and to be fair, they're absolutely cruising in this one at the moment.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mike. And just as you were actually talking, Sinani had a chance at goal for Huddersfield as well, but that was quickly rejected by the defenders. And it's now with Garner for Forest. 5 minutes into the second half, still Forest 0, Huddersfield 1. Although Graben could change that. Although it's offside flag has been shown. He was definitely ahead of the last defenders. Silva did a back pass towards Graben, but whatever would have resulted in the attack by Graben would not have counted. So it still remains Forest 0, Huddersfield 1. Cleared by Nichols. And it's now gone to Jack Colback. Jack Colback holding off Sorba Thomas. And a foul has been given. I think that might have been an incident between Thomas and Colback. Sorba Thomas trying to explain, but nothing comes of it. Samba passes towards Worrell. Worrell now back towards Samba. McKenna back now to Samba. Worrell with the ball. Jordan Rhodes looks menacing. He was trying to tackle it off him, but Worrell's instincts were sharp. Not for long though, as Rhodes tries to get it off, only to be taken back by Spence. Now Garner back towards Spence. Now Worrell, although Jordan Rhodes is looking as menacing as ever. Here's Scott High now for Huddersfield. High tries to pass towards Sinani, but it was taken by McKenna. But Forest now have the ball back again. It's now with Zinkernagel, although Huddersfield have just won a throw. And Burnley have pulled a goal back. Mike.
Yeah, and it's Aaron Lennon, the former Tottenham man, that's just scored just a minute ago. And great finish it was as well. Eric Bailly lost possession for Manchester United at centre-half. And Aaron Lennon picked up the pieces, run at the Manchester United defence, got past Harry Maguire, and then fired it past David De Gea in the Manchester United goal. Coming up to around about 39, 40 minutes, I think, almost now. So not too far away from half-time. And we've had plenty of action, plenty of goals. It's 3-1 Man U now.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you, Mike, but Brennan Johnson almost had a chance to equalise for Forest. Silva played the ball well into the goal area, and Johnson almost managed to. And Johnson almost scored that one. I think he turned away at the last moments, and as a result, the ball just couldn't go in. But it's now back in possession for Huddersfield. What have Nottingham Forest got to do to get a goal in tonight's game? It's now O'Brien, the captain for Huddersfield. Matty Pearson passes to Ollie Turton. Ollie Turton now with the ball for Huddersfield. Turton passes to Sinani. And it's now with Colwill, O'Brien to Holmes. Holmes with the ball, and it's now with Worrell. But Forest have picked the ball back up through Garner. James Garner now with the ball for Forest. Huddersfield players surrounding him left and right, but Huddersfield have now got the ball back, and it's now with Sinani to O'Brien. O'Brien now with the ball. He goes for it, but the ball's been clipped away by Bryce Samba. I think his shot on goal was too far back. Or he might, although he did actually come quite close, but it was just unfortunate for him that Samba was able to palm the ball away. Coming up to 55 minutes still, Nottingham Forest 0, Huddersfield Town 1, and a corner has been given to the Terriers. It looks to me as though it'll be Sorba Thomas who will take the. Looks to me as though it'll be Sorba Thomas who will take the goal, the other corner, which he does, but saved by Bryce Samba. Should have put a bit more power into it in my view. Although O'Brien has picked up the ball for Huddersfield momentarily, although it has gone away, and Ronaldo headed the ball over the bar from a corner. It was almost 4-1. Mike.
Yeah, so it was Cristiano Ronaldo. He's been everywhere in this first half. He's got 1 goal, 1 assist already, and he's played a real key part in this game for Manchester United. Almost got a second there as well. Still 3-1 there. About 3 minutes to go until half time.
Okay, we will keep you updated with Manchester United and Burnley as and when we can. As Lewis Graven picks up the ball for Nottingham Forest, looked like Colback is down on the ground. Graven goes for goal, but his shot was too high, too aggressive. He should have gone in a bit closer, and that would have levelled the score. Nottingham Forest goal scoring intentions are clear, but they just need to be a bit closer. Graben just skirting around the goal area. Tries to go for a chance from just before the 18-yard box, but nothing comes of it, unfortunately. Huddersfield now back in play through O'Brien. Toffolo passes to Colwill. Levi Colwill for Huddersfield towards his teammate Matty Pearson. Pearson passes to Turton, and it's now with Holmes, who passes back towards Jordan Rhodes, and it's now with Turton. Okay, now it's Dante Silva, and I do actually apologise about a Huddersfield player. His name is actually Sorba Thomas. I thought it was Thomas Sorba, but anyway, now it's now Zinkernagel for Forest, and it's now gone to Jack Colback. Jack Colback fires into the 18-yard box, but Brannan Johnson almost got to it. Understandably disappointed that he couldn't convert it into a goal. Colback did very well to send the ball into the goal area, but I think there might have been the use of somebody's hand there. It might have been Holmes, and it looks as though Johnson was protesting about the use of a handball, but waved away. Corner to Forest. Headed away, by Joe Worrell. Still remains, though, Forest 0, Huddersfield 1. Garner passes to Johnson. Now back towards Garner. Zinkernagel. And it's now gone to Scott McKenna. McKenna now to Colback. Although Thomas is looking menacing. Samba picks the ball up for Forest. He tries to put. He goes for a long shot. He finds Lewis Graben. Although Colback now picks up the ball. Graben should have taken it. Silva towards Graben. Saved! But not for long, though. And Johnson very close to scoring that one. He just hit the side netting. I personally thought it was going to go in, but that was unlucky for Johnson not to get the ball into the net. I think he mistimed his shot. Actually, yes, that shot did look very mistimed. So disappointing for Johnson. Forest have had 6 attempts throughout the second half in comparison to Huddersfield's 2. They're second on target. And it's now Worrell towards McKenna. And out goes the ball for a throw. Steve Cooper trying to give more encouraging instructions to Forest, but whatever he's given, it's not working. Huddersfield still doing well to hold on to their 1-goal lead. Scott High now towards Turton, and it's now with O'Brien. Rhodes towards Toffolo now High. Dwayne Holmes, he scored in the first half, but Forest have taken the ball back. And it's now with Silva. Silva to Zinkernagel. Now it's with Lewis Graben. Graben goes for goal, but Lee Nichols saves with ease. We're a minute over the hour mark. It's still Nottingham Forest 0, Huddersfield Town 1. Superb save by Lee Nichols. He could well be in the running for man of the match. Huddersfield now still managing to hold on to. Still holding on to their lead, and it's just gone half-time between Manchester United and Burnley. Mike, your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, it's been a really good first half from Manchester United. They've been pretty dominant, to be fair. Scott McTominay scored the opening goal. Then the second was an own goal from Ben Mee. And then Cristiano Ronaldo made it 3-0 and probably pretty much put the game to bed, really. And then Aaron Lennon come out and got a consolation goal for Burnley, or what looks like it, at the moment will be a consolation goal for Burnley anyway at half time. But still 45 minutes to go for that to change. Man, you were 3-1 up at the break.
Thanks, Mike. And thanks, Mike. Just had an attempt on goal by Philip Zinkernagel for Nottingham Forest. He went round the defenders really well, but just couldn't get his shot through on goal. The man on loan from Watford. Carlos Corberán concentrating on the game as ever, but deep down he must be very satisfied with how things are going. If Forest need to make any drastic substitutions, they need to do it now, just so they can boost their attack. They need to They need to get on. They need to get on a good quality substitute if they are to get more power into their. If they are to get more power into their team. I'm actually surprised that they've not made any substitutions as of yet. Throw-in has been given to the Tricky Trees right now. And it will be Colback to take the throw. And it looks as though Carfu will be coming on as a substitute. And it's Ojeda towards McKenna. Now Worrell to Jed Spence. Back towards Worrell. Now McKenna and Colback. McKenna again. Straight to the goalkeeper, Bryce Samba. Worrell now with the ball for Forest. Huddersfield have picked the ball. Huddersfield picked the ball back up, but it's now back with Forest. Zinkernagel towards. I think that was McKenna. Now it's Spence. Garner with the ball. So close to scoring. Forest just seemed to be very unlucky at home this evening. Sent in well by Silva, but I think it was. Scott Lyne might have got his Scott Hine might have got his chest to it. I didn't see that. And as it stands, it still remains Forest 0, Huddersfield 1. We're just over 65 minutes in. Corner in by Huddersfield. And it's now gone to Forest again. And Jed Spence. Cross in by, I think that might have been, I couldn't see who it was, but it's now Huddersfield with the ball taken away from Toffolo. It's getting really messy in and around the Huddersfield goal area. Toffolo, superb defending by the Huddersfield defender, and on will come Carfu for Nottingham Forest. He will replace Brian Ojeda, the man from Paraguay. And on comes Carfu. Will that spark a resurgence? Will that spark a resurgence for Nottingham Forest? It will. We wait and see, and it looks as though Huddersfield are going to make a substitute as well. But we will let you know who it is very shortly, as a throw-in has been given to Nottingham Forest, and Sunderland have made it 4-0 against Sheffield Wednesday, and it's a Ross Stewart hat-trick, and the would-be League One leaders could well be potentially putting the game to bed, as off will come Sorba Thomas. And he will make way for Josh Koroma. On comes Josh Koroma now. Nearly 67 and a half minutes have been played. It's still Forest 0, Huddersfield 1. Huddersfield still in play now. And it's Sinani. Sinani towards Koroma. Josh Koroma passes back towards Holmes. Now Koroma again. Koroma was aiming for Jordan Rhodes, I think. but nothing came of it, and Forest did very well to hold their own. It's now Zinkernagel for Forest. Zinkernagel heads for, I think that was McKenna. And McKenna goes into the stands. No, it wasn't. It was Johnson. I do apologise. Zinkernagel had the ball. He did a nice cross towards Johnson. Johnson just got to the ball before it went over the line. I think he ended up in the stands. Very embarrassing. But nothing comes up. But whatever Forest are doing, nothing is coming of it so far. It's a throw into Forest from Jack Colback. Colback crosses the ball in towards the 18-yard box, but saved by Nichols. Nichols did very well to hold on. No, Nichols did very well to save that one, I should say. And it's now with Colwill towards, I think that was Toffolo, Turton, O'Brien. O'Brien crosses to Toffolo. Toffolo towards Holmes. Holmes tried to keep the ball in, but couldn't. And a throw has been given to Huddersfield to be taken by I think that was Toffolo. And I just seen Lyle Taylor getting ready to come on as a Forest substitute. Should have put him on earlier, in my view, as Sinani picks up the ball for Huddersfield, but Jack Colback does very well to hold him off. Even so, throwing to Huddersfield with 20 minutes to go. It is still Nottingham Forest 0, Huddersfield Town 1, as Ollie Turton prepares to throw the ball, which he does. And it is now with Sunday Silva. Passes to Carfu. Carfu now with the ball. Carfu tries to find Graben, but Pearson gets to the ball before he does. Pearson does very well to keep the ball in, but not for long, though. Throw into Forest, taken very quickly by Colback. And the referee has stopped play, and here's why. It's for Lyle Taylor's substitution, as off comes Zande Silva to be replaced by Lyle Taylor, the Montserrat international, very experienced at EFL level, has played for the likes of Charlton, Athletic and AFC Wimbledon. Colback towards McKenna. McKenna now with the ball. McKenna tried to get through Rhodes, but to no avail. Throw into Carfu. Carfu passes to Worrell. Worrell now goes for Spence. Jed Spence with the ball. Tries to find Lyle Taylor. Does so, but well held by Levi Colwill. And Lyle Taylor upset at the fact that Colwill might well have pulled his shirt. He did, but Colwill went down first, and Lyle Taylor understandably upset about it. But no cards or anything given. Might be just a free kick to Forest. We'll have to wait and see. No, in fact, it's a goal kick to Huddersfield, and Dominic Solanke puts AFC Bournemouth 2-0 up against Cardiff City in the 69th minute. As Holmes now takes up the ball for Huddersfield, throwing given to the Terriers once more. And it looks like Huddersfield are going to make another substitution. We'll let you know who it is shortly. Carlos Corberan gets ready to send his man out onto the pitch. As Huddersfield are doing really well to keep their lead. Though the job is far from done. Turton crosses towards Jordan Rhodes, and it's now with Sinani and O'Brien. Back towards Scott High. Scott High passes to Scott High passes to Holmes, and it's now aiming for Toffolo. But Toffolo wasn't anywhere near close to scoring a goal. And a corner has been given to Huddersfield. Corner kick to Huddersfield. 74 minutes in. Still Forest 0, Huddersfield 1. Signal Santi is ready, and the ball goes into the 18-yard box, but kept out by Forest. Lyle Taylor now with the ball, passes to Lewis Graben. Lewis Graben, he's taking it. It looks like he's taking them all on, but just can't seem to get round the Terriers defenders. And Huddersfield superb defending throughout this whole game, by the way. Colback now with the ball for Forest, and it's now Brennan Johnson. Johnson runs with the ball into the goal area, but nothing comes of that one. Johnson has got to be the unluckiest player in the game this evening. And with 15 minutes to go, Forest have got to equalise, and soon as Daniel Sinani makes way for the Huddersfield number 2 player. Off comes Sinani. He's had a couple of pretty good chances himself, and on comes Pippa, who a recent return from injury. Great to see the Spaniard back in action. And a throw-in has been given to Huddersfield. Worrell now towards Carfu. Carfu now with the ball for Huddersfield. Jack Colback with the ball too. Colback passes to Carfu. And it's now James Garner. And Jed Spence. Jed Spence now tries to find someone to pass it to. Garner takes the ball back, passes back towards Spence. Spence tried to find someone like Zinkernagel, but Holmes did really well to cut him off, and Holmes does so again against Garner. But corner kick given to Forest, quickly taken. Zinkernagel with the ball now, tries to find Spence, but Huddersfield block him very well indeed. Forest might have shown more of an attacking stance, but Huddersfield again showing their persistence really well indeed. And the most attempts throughout the championship so far this season is in this game with 20, eclipsing their game against Peterborough United by 5. I think that was Forest games, by the way. And Lee Nichols has been booked a yellow card. That's his 4th this season. Huddersfield still remain in possession, although one of their players was fouled. Couldn't see who it was. I think it might have been caused by Worrell, but nothing given. It looked to me as though it might have actually been Lewis O'Brien. And a free kick has been given to Huddersfield, and Lee Nichols has picked the ball up, although Lyle Taylor was getting really close to it. It's now with Levi Colwill. Colwill passes to High, but headed by, I think that was Graben. Now Rhodes. And I think under Huddersfield are still back in play. Now it's with O'Brien. O'Brien and tackled by, I think that was I think that might have been Lyle Taylor, I think. Carlos Corberan is annoyed at this, and understandably so. Either that or he's shouting instructions from the touchline. And we've just had another score coming in. Stoke have equalised against Derby thanks to Tom Ince in the 78th minute. Carfu for Forest, but it's now been given away to Lewis O'Brien. Lewis O'Brien for Huddersfield. Now it's with Holmes, who scored in the first half, missed that chance. O'Brien set the attempt up, but Holmes missed that opportunity. But Holmes missed that opportunity as Zinka Nagel makes way for João Carvalho. Carfu now with the ball for Forest. McKenna towards Colback. But still nothing to change. Still nothing to choose between these two right now. Spence to Worrell. McKenna. We appear to have lost Mike. Apparently, his computer's overheated. We'll have him back. We promise to have him back as soon as possible. Garner towards McKenna. And it's now with Josh Karoma. Karoma now passes to O'Brien. High towards Pippa. Pippa to McKenna. It's now gone back to Carfu. Turton to Pippa. Pippa with the ball for Huddersfield to Carvalho, and it's now Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson, surely he must have take a chance to score, but nothing comes of it. And Brennan Johnson will take the corner kick for Forest. As James Garner gets ready to kick the ball into the goal area from the corner. Almost 83 minutes gone. Still Forest 0, Huddersfield 1. Garner kicks the ball towards the goal area, but capped out by Huddersfield. Now it's Jed Spence. Jed Spence kicks the ball in, and we've managed to get Mike back. That's good news. That's good news. Apparently he's been having technical problems like we have for parts of the evening. So apologies for that. But still, Forest looking like they could be going towards goal. But Josh Karoma does really well to keep that. Does really well to keep that out. It looks as though Huddersfield have called forward every man to protect their goal as Carfu streaks up towards the goal area, does a back pass to Colback, and it's now with James Garner. But Huddersfield have nicked it off him. Toffolo does a cross towards Holmes, but that's a poor giveaway to Worrell. Worrell passes to Samba, and it's now back with McKenna. And I'm just hearing that it's almost 4-1 to Manchester United. What do you make of that one, Mike?
Yeah, it was just a few moments ago. It was a chance for Mason Greenwood. He had an effort well saved by Wayne Hennessy, set up by Edison Cavani. The Burnley keeper's done really, really well today. You know, he's conceded 3 goals, but apart from that, he's kept the score down as well. He's made some really good saves, so he can take a lot of credit from his performance tonight.
Thanks very much, Mike. We're almost coming up to 5 minutes left at the City Ground. Still, Forest trail Huddersfield by a 1-0. It looks as though Huddersfield will gain the advantage and get ever closer to those playoff promotion places. Steve Cooper still not very happy with how things are going at Nottingham Forest. Steve Cooper has had some success with England's under 17 at youth level, of course. Won the under 17 2017 World Cup, and an update as Derby have retaken the lead against Stoke. Kazim Richards in the 85th minute. Locks as though Lyle Taylor might have been getting closer to scoring for Forest, but Lee Nichols did well to deal with that one. Ball cleared out by Lee Nichols, and it was aiming for Josh Karoma, but it was picked up by Scott McKenna. Samba to Worrell, and it's now with Spence to Graben. Although I think Toffolo might have pulled on his shirt, a slight light tug maybe. Colback now with the ball for Forest, and Carfu has passed to Carvalho. Garner now with the ball straight towards Jed Spence. Now back to Garner. Spence now tries to go around and into the goal area. Can't quite do it. He passes back to Colback, and it's now with McKenna once more. McKenna passes to Johnson. Now Carfu, and straight towards Lyle Taylor. Lyle Taylor passes back to Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson tries to get through, but Huddersfield cut him off. Spence tries to go for a long-range shot towards goal. Couldn't quite do it. And it's gone straight back to Joe Worrell. Joe Worrell passes to Bryce Samba, and it's now back with McKenna. McKenna to Carvalho. Straight towards Carfu. Johnson, and cleared away by the Huddersfield defender. I think that might have been Matty Pearson. And unless Forest can pull something truly remarkable out of the bag. It looks as though it will be a Huddersfield Town victory. Spence towards Graben. Now back towards Spence. Straight now towards Pippa. And another score coming in. Bournemouth are 3-0 up against Cardiff. A Smithies own goal. Alex Smithies inadvertently putting his rivals. Alex Smithies inadvertently putting his rivals 3-0 up. But for now, though, it looks as though Josh Karoma will pick up the ball for Forest. No, he won't. It's Josh McKenna. Jordan Rhodes had it briefly, but was dispossessed. Garner chips it towards Taylor. Taylor tried to get it, but it's now with Scott High. Scott High now with the ball. Scott High now with the ball for Huddersfield. Now it's with Pippa. Pippa passes to O'Brien. O'Brien now towards Holmes and tried to go for Scott High, but High went down. And Sunderland are now 5-0 up. Sunderland 5-0 up against Sheffield Wednesday. Thanks to Kim Pioca. It looks as though the Black Cats are well and truly putting their game to bed, which is more than can be said for Huddersfield against Nottingham Forest. We're into the 90th minute now, and 4 minutes have been added on. I can just see the fourth official walking away after he displayed the sign. And it looks as if unless Huddersfield can keep their possession and unless Huddersfield can keep things going, they will be the winners. It's still difficult to decide who I should pick as the player of the match, but we shall see. But Huddersfield need to watch their back. They've conceded at least 5 goals in the 90-plus minute period. And I've just picked out my player of the match. It is going to be Dwayne Holmes. Dwayne Holmes of Huddersfield, because of that magnificent goal he scored in the first half, although Sorba Thomas comes a close second because he could have scored in as little as about 16 seconds. That would have been one of the shortest goals in the championship, I think. But well done to Dwayne Holmes, well done to Dwayne Holmes, the man from the USA. Jack Colback almost picked up the ball, but it went straight out for a throw. Steve Cooper still unhappy with what's going on right now. It looks as though his opposite number, Carlos Corberan, will be ebullient with joy as Pippa picks up the ball for the Terriers. Not for long, though. It goes out for a goal kick to Forest. It looks to me as though Forest have done all they can, but they're running out of options and time. They should have brought on players like Lyle Taylor earlier, in my view, and that way they could have, and that could have given them a bit more of a shot in the arm. But as it stands right now, it looks as though Forest are going to lose at home as Carfu is fouled by Turton. No real harm done though. Colback towards Carvalho. Carvalho passes to Garner. Now back to Carvalho. We're into the penultimate minutes of injury time. Well into it, as a matter of fact. Just about 30 seconds to go. It's still Forest 0, Huddersfield 1. Although that could change as Johnson goes for it, but misses. Johnson came very close to being my player of the match. I think he's done his leg in. I think he might have slipped up. Jack Colback trying to inject some blood into his leg just to get it moving. We're into the 94th minute now, and it looks as if they will have a time extension. Dwayne Holmes giving the referee a friendly pat on the head. You don't normally see players do that to referees, I can tell you. And there it goes! Huddersfield have beaten Forest away. And that win will bring them ever closer to featuring ever closer in the promotion playoffs. And Dwayne Holmes, understandably delighted with what happened, and that goal in the first half could well have made all the difference and exposed Forest's weakness. They did all they could, in my view, but it wasn't to be for the Tricky Trees. Final score at the City Ground: Nottingham Forest 0, Huddersfield Town 1.
Thank you very much, Nicholas, and great coverage that was as well. Really thoroughly enjoyed that commentary. Stay with us for a minute as well, because obviously Bournemouth have gone on, they've won, they've convincing winners today. Huddersfield are actually in the playoffs. They're now 3 points clear of QPR, and it's a big victory for them considering the QPR result as well. QPR only managed to draw against Bristol City. In fact, no, QPR have just stolen a winner against Bristol City in the last seconds of the game. 90+3. It's Johan Barbe that's just scored for QPR against Bristol City there, and actually that means that QPR will be just outside the playoffs, but or will they be in the playoffs actually? Let's have a look here, because there's still to win there. I'll have to confirm that in a minute, but yeah, thoughts on that? QPR stealing a last minute winner against Bristol City there, and Johan Barbe, the man on the score sheet, who of course the former Brentford man, everyone knows from his time when he played for them. So big result for QPR, big result for Huddersfield in fact as well, wasn't it, Nicholas, today?
It certainly is. I mean, it certainly is. Even though they were at a disadvantage as the away side, it didn't show in their attacking. But Dwayne Holmes scoring that goal when it mattered. Although it could have easily been more had Sorba Thomas been more fortunate in the opening seconds of the first half.
Yeah, of course. And as for Nottingham Forest, I'm sure they won't be too disheartened by one bad result. It's only 3 defeats in 17 for them, so still on a very, very good run of form. And they've got to turn it around now, haven't they? And quickly when it comes to their next game, which is only a matter of days away.
Yes, they certainly have, but. Yes, they certainly have, but there is still a long way to go in this season. So anything can happen. Yeah,
100%. And just having a look when their next game is. Actually, Forest's next game is on Monday. They host Barnsley in the Championship. Sorry, before the FA Cup the week after against Arsenal. So a real, big time for Nottingham Forest now. Barnsley obviously struggling at the rung of the division. So you probably would bank on Nottingham Forest to get a win. Obviously, stranger things have happened in football, but then obviously the FA Cup as well, and an opportunity there, for Nottingham Forest to really test themselves against an Arsenal side that are flying high in the Premier League at the minute as well.
Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right there, and yes, you're right there. So yes, you're right there, and I'm now taking a look at the other final scorers in the Championship. QPR, as you mentioned, that last-minute winner, 2-0 up against 2-1 up, against Bristol City. Derby County, the winners, 2-1 away to Stoke City, and the final score between AFC Bournemouth and Cardiff City, 3-0. Just now taking a look at the standings. Bournemouth now lead the Championship, but as you already mentioned, Mike, Fulham have 2 games in hand, so their lead is far from safe. Huddersfield are just ahead of QPR in the playoffs by 1 point, and that win, a much needed shot in the arm for Derby County, given where they are in the table. But if Derby are to survive, they need to. If Derby are to survive in the Championship, they need to put in more wins, and regularly.
Yeah, and that's a great victory for them against Stoke today as well. Of course, the fact that Derby started on minus points as well is something that goes against them. But they are, what are they now? They're 11 points off of Reading, just outside the relegation zone, having played 2 games more. So it is going to be very difficult for Derby. But the fact that they're even winning these games and still doing their part, and giving themselves a bit of a chance is something that I'm sure they'll take a lot of credit and a lot of heart from.
That will certainly give the fans a lot more of heart, and to divert your attention from the Championship at the moment. In League One, Sunderland have now taken the lead in that division, just 2 points clear of Rotherham. Surely this is the year when they will be on the rise back to the Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be about time. It'd be sort of long overdue for Sunderland to do that, and they've gone back to the top today in some style as well. Absolutely smashing Sheffield Wednesday, a side that themselves have had time in the Premier League, time in the Championship and stuff like that as well. But as for Sunderland, I'm sure they'll be up in the Championship very, very soon, because they are performing very well at the moment, and a 5-0 win today. They're flying high, aren't they, at the minute, at the top of the Championship. And Rotherham are playing well, but they got a defeat the other day. They lost the other day against Accrington. So this where League One can be a bit of a funny league at times, because sometimes you do get the odd sort of surprise results.
Yes, you certainly do. Now back to the Championship. How do you see things going ahead? How do you see things going ahead at both ends of the table over the next few days?
Yeah, there's some interesting fixtures actually. When you look at the fixtures for New Year's Day in particular, some of the games there. Let's just have a little look here at who Fulham are playing and things like that, because there is some really good games anyway that were lined up. I was looking at them earlier. I need to just find where my bit of paper's got. Well, my information's gone here now, and see the next few games. Sheffield United against Middlesbrough, Blackpool against Hull as well. Coventry Luton's postponed, obviously. And there's the games on Sunday: QPR against Birmingham, or Birmingham against QPR, I should say. And then there's other games. Blackburn flying high at the moment. They've got Huddersfield next, so Blackburn and Ben Brereton Diaz, and the next sort of task for Huddersfield, and he's been fantastic, hasn't he, this season for Blackburn?
Yes, Huddersfield could. Yes, Huddersfield have got it. Huddersfield are right. Huddersfield will be right up against it on Sunday away to Blackburn Rovers, third in the Championship. But if Blackburn keep their consistency going, they could well be in with a shot. They could well be in with a shot of promotion. Like Sunderland, they're in a position where they say, it's about time that we entered the playoffs.
Yeah, 100%. It'd be great if they're up in the Premier League again, because I remember the Blackburn side that won the Premier League. Going back to sort of the sort of 1990s now, when they had the likes of Alan Shearer and co, and they were really, really good that season. And then that was when Alan Shearer just moved on to Newcastle after that for 15 million, which was a record fee at the time. Nowadays, that's no money at all really in the game. But I remember Blackburn when they were flying high, and it would be great to have them back in the big time again. Yes, it certainly would be. But that just about wraps it up for tonight's Championship match between Nottingham Forest and Huddersfield Town. Okay, and we'll stay with me actually, because we've still only got about 17 minutes of Manchester United against Burnley, so I might as well bring in the last closing stages. So Nicholas, I'll let you take an early leave or have a little bit of a little bit of downtime now after that. Great coverage as well, and I'll just finish off for the last sort of 17 minutes or so of this Burnley game. But great coverage tonight of Nottingham Forest against Huddersfield, and hopefully, I know obviously your next game has been called off, the one you were due to do, but hopefully you're still able to come on and do a game again in the next few days. Yes, thank you very much, Mike. I am thinking of possibly doing a televised WSL match which involves Tottenham Hotspur. I will check for more details, but until next time, good night. Right, well, cheers, Nick. Thanks, Nick. We'll go now to the Premier League for a moment. It's Manchester United 3, Burnley 1. Stay with us. We will bring you the close of this game. And just had a look here. There's a collision. Edison Cavani's just got an injury there. Whack to the head from Ben Mee. Manchester United's goals were scored by Scott McTominay. Ben Mee, unfortunately, put him through his own net. Also, the third goal scored by Cristiano Ronaldo when there was a hint of offside in there as well. Potentially Burnley complaining that they could have had a penalty as well, which when I saw it, I saw it could have actually been something that was given, no doubt. Chris Wood against Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire fouled his man, or I thought fouled his man and got away with one, and then Aaron Lennon scored for Burnley. It's just been replaced, in fact, a few minutes ago as Edison Cavani's going off now. There's a bit of a moan up there when he got to his feet with Ben Mee. I think he's got a few choice words for the officials as well, by the looks of things there. And some of the Burnley backroom staff as well. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Edison Cavani's just had to go off. And he's having a bit of a heated discussion with Sean Dyche there. A bit of a sort of argument with Sean Dyche there, saying that, you're giving it all mouth sort of thing. But anyway, it's Ben Mee for Burnley now. And now just got an opportunity here through Goodmanson was that, and now there's a chance here again, just with Ben Mee getting it back, and now going out to the left back Taylor, back to Ben Mee now. Just going to have a look here with Burnley's next game after this one as well, to see who they will be playing their next game. They're going to be facing off away at Leeds in a real relegation scrap, really, in Sunday afternoon's game there. And Manchester United are at home to Wolves on Monday in their next one. So interesting start for the new year for both teams, especially Burnley. And Burnley have actually played all right today, to be fair. They've looked half decent. They've had chances. I think 3-1's a little bit of a harsh scoreline on the Clarets as well, although Cristiano Ronaldo's in attack now, looking to add a fourth there. Here's Scott McTominay, scorer of Manchester United's first, and now it's out with Jadon Sancho with that, and now Luke Shaw. A chance here for Manchester United again. It's now Matic, and out it goes to Sancho again. Now Shaw. Got Sancho in the overlap, uses him. Jadon Sancho now he's trying to take on his man, get across the way he is. Well, no, he goes back to Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw whips it in. Well helped by Tarkowski there. It's only as far as McTominay though, and now the referee has given a free kick on the edge of the area. Got McTominay fouled there. Might deem the referee today. Manchester United against Burnley. Great coverage of Nottingham Forest against Huddersfield with Nicholas as well. We're just going to bring you the closing part of this game, the last sort of 10, 11 minutes or so. Manchester United with a free kick here now. Of course, if you do want to give us a follow, you can do so on the Commentary Hub's Twitter, which is @CommentaryLive1. Also our Facebook page, you can give that one a like, the Commentary Hub as well. JB Sports is also on Twitter. Going to give them a follow. JDAT Football, Storm FM as well. And then the Commentary Hub Twitter page and Twitch are also taking this stream. Here's Ronaldo from Manchester United now. Looking to make it 4. Cristiano Ronaldo looking for his second of the night. The Portuguese superstar. Lots of fans there trying to get videos of it in case it nestles in the corner of the net. Ronaldo shoots, takes a deflection off the Burnley wall, and the man down there, it's James Tarkowski, I think. It is indeed. Got a head in the way of that one from Ronaldo's set piece there from his free kick. Of course, Manchester United still yet to score from the set piece this season as well, apart from penalties, which is when you've got somebody like Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a bit of a kind of interesting and surprising stat. Ronaldo has already been on the score sheet this evening though already, as it looks like Manchester United are getting a substitution ready now. With about 11 minutes to go. We'll see who this is going to be that comes on in a second. Cristiano Ronaldo just looks a bit unhappy there. He's kind of hitting the air in frustration over something. Manchester United just going to get the sub ready. Darren Fletcher and Ralph Rangnick now just in discussions with the substitute, which is number 20, which is Dalot, the fullback. Started against Newcastle on Monday, of course. One of the players that missed out today, and now I think Manchester United trying to go a bit more defensive to hold on to the lead that they've got here. Harry Maguire now looks for Jadon Sancho. Up against Matt Lowton now. Jadon Sancho in towards Cristiano Ronaldo into the area. Good defending from Burnley, and Ben Mee just smashes it out. Only as far as Goodmanson, and then battling performance there from Scott McTominay in the middle. Does well there. The battling tackle. Burnley just going to have to wait a minute now because Man U are just going to get the sub ready, and it's going to be the number 11 Mason Greenwood to come off to be replaced by Dalot. The Mason Greenwood lasts around about 80 minutes of this game. The young England international. Of course, for anyone that didn't know, the game between Newcastle and Manchester United on Monday was Manchester United's first game back after a little while of having COVID cases, and they did look a little bit rusty on Monday as well, but they haven't looked anywhere near as rusty in this game. They've put on a lot better performance this time out. Talking of the dreaded COVID, unfortunately Leicester against Norwich has had to be postponed on Saturday because of coronavirus cases in the Norwich camp. So another game has fallen short of the unfortunate pandemic. As Burnley have a chance there. It's given away though. Scott McTominay now up to Jadon Sancho. Foul on Scott McTominay there. Free kick to Manchester United in their own half. Got a comment there from Andrei Milivojevic, who was less than pleased with Nottingham Forest's performance today against Huddersfield there, and thinks that maybe Nottingham Forest could have done a bit more. Thank you for your contribution and your comment. Harry Maguire's free kick, though, is into the Burnley half, and well headed up by Tarkowski. Then Ronaldo to Cavani. Now it's with Dalot, the substitute. It's well defended there by the Burnley man, though. I think it was put behind by, was it McNeil, was it? I'm not too sure. Anyway, it's Manchester United in possession now. Chance here, looking for Dalot, the substitute. It's whipped in, it's over the top there. And, kept in by Jadon Sancho. And a chance for Manchester United here. Wan-Bissaka, now Dalot into the area he's going to go. Gets his shot away, takes a deflection off of Ben Mee, and only as far as Wan-Bissaka though. And now Scott McTominay, Manchester United's early goal scorer, gave them the lead earlier on with the 1-0 advantage. Here's Luke Shaw now. Now Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire from Manchester United looks for the right back Dalot. He's just come on a moment ago. Going to get a cross in and looking for Ronaldo. Good defending by Tarkowski there, and out by the Burnley number 16. But only as far as Luke Shaw there from the Burnley substitute who come on a little bit earlier. Dale Stevens, that was. In fact, Dale Stevens is only this is his first appearance since February, I believe. In fact, as Burnley are getting another substitution ready now. Dwight McNeil making way, and he's being replaced by Eric Peters. I think Burnley might even be trying to settle on this a little bit themselves. So maybe, keep the score at 3-1 to give themselves a bit of a chance of maybe grabbing another goal and a bit more of a game on it, and just keeping it quite tight at the back while they do so. Here's Ronaldo, though. Given away, battling with Goodmanson, and now Sancho from it's Cavani. Leaves it for Ronaldo. Into the area Ronaldo goes. Cristiano Ronaldo. Straight into the gloves of Wayne Hennessy, but takes a deflection and goes behind for a Manchester United corner. Looking to make it 4-1 now. Raphael Varane and Harry Maguire coming up from the back amongst the other names that are going to be in there. Of course, Cavani and McTominay, etc. Luke Shaw to take this corner. Plays it short to Sancho, whips it in. Looking for Ronaldo. Ronaldo wins his header, tries to find Maguire, and well out by the Burnley defence there. Now it's McTominay. Now Wan-Bissaka. Now all the way back to Nemanja Matic, and then back to David De Gea there. 5 minutes of this one remaining. Good ball from De Gea to Ronaldo there. Well won in the air by Ben Mee, was that? Or was it was Taylor, wasn't it, in fact? Now it's Dalot. And now McTominay. Now Dalot. Now Edinson Cavani. Now Scott McTominay, the Manchester United midfielder there. Scorer of the first goal. We'll get Nicholas back in a few moments if he wants to come on. But at the moment, we're just going to bring the close of this game between Manchester United and Burnley. Good header there by Ben Mee. Now Taylor and now Hennessy. Got 4 minutes plus stoppage time. Good head there by Scott McTominay. Now Ben Mee into Dale Stevens, is that? And now chance here for Burnley to get the ball forward. Here's Taylor. Now Stevens. Now it's with Goodmanson, is that? Now the number... Is that Goodmanson, the 18? No, it was Westwood, sorry. To Goodmanson, I think it was. And now back with Ben Mee, getting it from Tarkowski. Burnley looking to get the ball moving forward here now. Now it's Wood, held up by Wood, knocks it back to Ben Mee again. Into Westwood, and Westwood out to McNeil. In fact, it was not McNeil, it was Peter, sorry, the substitute. Looking to find Vidra. Vidra couldn't get on the end of it there. But Burnley just having a moment to get Vidra in there, and the former Watford man just couldn't get on the end of that one. Goal kick here to be taken by David De Gea though. Scott McTominay has been given the Man of the Match award in terms of the coverage that I have, that he's going to get Man of the Match for Manchester United. Won by Ronaldo in the air from De Gea's goal kick, trying to find Cavani. Well defended by Taylor though, not back to the keeper Hennessy. Now it's with Wan-Bissaka. Being pressed well there against the number 23, which is Eric Peters. He does very well there, and Wan-Bissaka tries to knock it back to keeper David De Gea, and I think that's gone out for a corner, I believe. It has actually. It's very good pressing there from the Burnley man. Last few minutes of this game, still Burnley trailing by 3-1. The corner whipped in, and it's one in the air by, is that Tarkowski there? I think is that James Tarkowski? He wins his header and just gets ahead of Aaron Wan-Bissaka and just couldn't direct it on target, and it goes wide of the goal. But good delivery from the Burnley man, and then probably might be a little bit unlucky there, not to be able to get up and under that one and direct that on target. It was a good cross into the mix as well. Aaron Wan-Bissaka did enough to put him off though, I think there. Ben Mee smashes it clear for Burnley now, looking for Vidra. But there's a chance there for Eric Peters now to win the throw, and throws it into central midfield where he finds Cork, I think that is. Now it's out to the right hand side with Matt Loughton. Tries to find Vidra. It's a shot at goal, was it? By Eric Peters there. He just kind of scuffs that one a little bit. Manchester United have it with Jadon Sancho down though. Now Luke Shaw. He just hooks it clear into the fans into the Manchester United home end. A bit of a scuffed effort there from Eric Peters, just showing him on the replay. And coming up to the last 20 seconds, and then we'll find out what additional time we're going to be having. Here is Dalot now. Out to Cristiano Ronaldo from Manchester United. Dalot, good ball to Ronaldo. Ronaldo gets a second bite of the cherry there, and it's gone behind for a goal kick to Burnley. 90 minutes have been played. Cristiano Ronaldo, first shot was blocked well by Neil Taylor, and then Ronaldo got his second effort all wrong and just ended up going wide. We've now got 3 minutes of additional time that's just gone up on the board. Here's long ball from the goalkeeper to Chris Wood though, and out of play it goes. Burnley can take a bit of heart from this performance. I know they look like they're going to come out as losers and beaten on this occasion, but they've given a very battling performance at times, and they haven't had the luck as well. I think Chris Wood could have had a penalty potentially. I think the third goal, there was possibly an offside for Cristiano Ronaldo in there. So Burnley can say they're a little bit unlucky. The opening 5 minutes, they had a couple of really good chances as well, and they've had other chances in the game. And it hasn't been completely comfortable for Manchester United, who look like they're going to go on and register the victory and get the 3 points. But Burnley have played a good part in this game as well. Aaron Lennon looked very, very lively when he was on. He had a very good 74 minutes, 75 minutes. And of course he grabbed Burnley's goal as well, which looks like their consolation goal in this game. About a minute and a half remaining. Manchester United still looking good value for their 3-1 lead. I'm looking to defend that now. Here's Taylor. Now it's Peters there. In fact, it was Vidra that time, and now Taylor. It's good defending from Manchester United. Scott McTominay to Dallow. I think Manchester United want to get Fred on for the last minute as well. Ronaldo is offside there. It's going to be a substitution for Manchester United now. 1 minute remaining, and it is going to be, I think, Cristiano Ronaldo making way for Fred there. It is indeed, with the final minutes of play. Ronaldo is going to get a little bit of an extra rest there. Cristiano Ronaldo got a goal and an assist, and has played very, very well today for Manchester United in this game. Very, very bright and lively. If I was giving out player of the match on this game, if I'd done the full commentary, he would probably have been my shout. But obviously, we covered the Championship for you tonight instead. I thought I'd bring you the closing stages of this game, though. There's a chance there for Burnley. Whipped in to the danger area, and the header was won by James Tarkowski against Harry Maguire, the two number 5s, and good comfortable save from David De Gea in the end. Harry Maguire's gone down, and it's probably going to be about that in terms of the final whistle in a second anyway, though. Manchester United going to go on up to 5th in the league and overtake Tottenham. In fact, 6th in the league, sorry, and overtake Tottenham and just be behind West Ham, I should say. Only be a few points behind Arsenal as well, and 4th. Harry Maguire just limping off there for a moment. JB's putting a comment in there as well. I'll look at that in a moment when the final whistle goes. And the final whistle has gone now. So Manchester United, a bit better than what they were on Monday. Well, quite a lot better than what they were on Monday in the first half. Second half, they kind of just managed the game. But, you know, Burnley, as I was saying, certainly played a part in this one as well. I was certain that Woods was a penalty, in my opinion. I did think that was going to be, you know, something that Mike Dean and VAR might have given, but obviously it's Manchester United at Old Trafford. You don't really get them, do you? Especially, you know, when you're somebody like Burnley, who's sort of seen as a lesser side. You know, I'm sure you'll probably have your own views on that as well. But you know, that's for me was a penalty. As for Ronaldo, you know, it's I think it was just Ronaldo was really, really sort of good in terms of what he did, following up, you know, after the one that hit the bar from Scott McTominay, I think it was. But, you know, do think he's offside as well. So I can see why you're unhappy with the, you know, decisions today and some of the, you know, other decisions that didn't go in your favour or that you didn't get as well. But I think that it's a better performance from Manchester United after what was a really lackluster performance from them on Monday night, really. You know, it's another game, another unbeaten game for Ralph Rangnick as well. And, you know, Manchester United putting on the pressure now onto West Ham. Obviously, West Ham got a great victory at Watford on Tuesday, winning that one 4-1. You know, obviously Arsenal and Wolves was postponed. So, you know, that might work in Manchester United's favour, considering Arsenal have Manchester City next and have to do it without the boss, Mikel Arteta, who has another positive COVID test as well. So Albert Stuyvenberg, I think it is, as the assistant manager, is going to be taking charge of that game. But it's going to be interesting. Now, Burnley and Leeds, Leeds and Burnley, is going to be an absolutely massive game. And, you know, the fact that Burnley hadn't played for a while before this one, will it be a bit like Manchester United now? Because obviously Leeds hasn't played for a couple of games either. And now that Burnley have got a little bit of, you know, the rustiness out of their system, then it might be, you know, a bit of a positive. Although, you know, obviously you've lost the game, so you might be able to take a bit of positive from that. Obviously, Leeds have had a lot of injuries and stuff as well, so it's going to make for a really, really good game anyway. But the main game that we covered was Nottingham Forest against Huddersfield, and of course Huddersfield won that one by 1-0. Just thought I'd bring you the close of this one. Burnley still remain in 18th. Man United up to 6th now. Norwich still sitting bottom, Newcastle second bottom, and then Burnley and then Watford just outside the relegation zone there. Of course, some big games over the next few days on the Commentary Hub. Of course, my next one, I'm going to be bringing Crystal Palace and West Ham on New Year's Day. It's my next game I'm going to be bringing to you, all being well. But we're going to wrap things up here now for this evening. And we'll be back in a couple of days' time with another coverage. So I don't know if Nicholas is here. And any final words from Nicholas? I'm not too sure whether he's got any final words on the Huddersfield game or not. But I think he's disappeared.
Great coverage great coverage by us. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, well, it was great to jump on for a little while and give coverage of the Manchester United and Burnley game for after you were at half-time. So when you were at half-time and after the game as well, just to kind of give people a little bit of a flavour of what was going on in the Premier League too. But thank you for your part in it, the fantastic coverage of Nottingham Forest and Huddersfield. We'll wrap it up there.
Oh, sorry, Mike. I've just worked something out. The Women's Super League match that I was talking about earlier. It's Chelsea against Tottenham on the 7th of January. That's what I'm looking to do. Okay, so that's a little bit of an exclusive there as well. Nicholas will be bringing that game on the 7th of January, hopefully. So we'll sort that one out. We've got some great FA Cup coverage coming up as well in the next sort of week or so from next weekend. And Premier League, Championship, Football League, all across the next few days and whatever. But thank you for listening. We're going to wrap it up there. You've been listening to the Commentary Hub, JB Sports, JDAT Football, Storm FM, Commentary Hub 2, and the Twitter and Twitch channels as well. We'll be back for another great coverage and great commentary in the next few days, and have a great new year as well, because our next one now will be in 2022. So from me, from Russ, from Barry, from all of the commentators here, I'm sure Nicholas will echo it as well. Very happy new year. We'll be back in 2022 with another coverage as of the weekend.